Hello everyone, welcome back to my B&B spoiler channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Steffy Forrester's return from Monaco was supposed to be quiet, elegant, and uncomplicated. But nothing in Los Angeles ever stayed simple for long, especially when Liam Spencer and Hope Logan were involved. After days surrounded by flashing cameras, business meetings, glamorous events, and the kind of pressure that could exhaust even the strongest person, Steffy finally stepped back onto familiar ground carrying more than luggage. Hidden inside a small velvet box was a ring she had bought in Monaco, a ring she told herself was only a gift. Only a meaningful reminder of everything Liam had done for her family. Certainly nothing that should threaten anyone. Yet the moment she'd seen it behind the glass of a tiny jewelry boutique overlooking the Mediterranean, Liam had been the first person who came to mind. The ring was masculine but elegant, crafted from brushed platinum with a narrow, dark blue inlay that reminded her of the Monaco sea at sunset. The jeweler had explained that the design represented loyalty, protection, two people whose lives kept circling back to one another no matter how far apart they traveled. Those words had stayed with Steffy long after she left the shop. Now, back in Los Angeles, they sounded almost dangerous. She entered the Cliff house, dropped her bags near the doorway, and looked around the familiar room. Everything appeared exactly as she'd left it, yet somehow she felt changed. Monaco had given her distance from the endless emotional complications in Los Angeles. It had also given her too much time to think. She thought about Liam's loyalty, about the years they'd spent protecting Kelly together, about the way he always seemed to appear when she needed him most, about how safe she felt when they stopped arguing about the past and simply existed in the same room. She thought about Hope too. Hope and Liam had shared years of complicated history, just as she and Liam had. Their lives had become a maze of marriages, breakups, betrayals, reconciliations, children, and memories nobody could fully escape. Steffy knew giving Liam a ring could easily be misunderstood. That was why she planned to explain it carefully. At least, that was what she told herself. She pulled the velvet box from her handbag, opened it, and stared at the ring again. "It's just a gift," she whispered. Her own reflection in the glass table seemed unconvinced. "You officially have my attention." Liam arrived that afternoon after getting a short message from Steffy saying she'd brought something back for him. He walked in smiling, clearly curious. "Okay, you officially have my attention," he said. "What exactly does someone like Steffy Forrester bring back from Monaco for a guy who already owns enough coffee mugs?" Steffy laughed, and for a moment everything felt easy. "You're impossible. I've been told." He glanced around. "How was the trip?" "Exhausting. Beautiful. Complicated. Sounds like Monaco. Sounds like my entire life." They laughed again, but Liam quickly caught the seriousness underneath her eyes. "What is it?" he asked. Steffy reached for the box. "I saw something there and I thought of you." His smile faded into surprise. "You thought of me? Don't make this weird." "I'm not making it weird. You're holding a tiny velvet box. That is traditionally how weird situations begin." She rolled her eyes, but felt her pulse quicken. "Just open it." He lifted the lid, and his expression changed instantly. "Steffy." The ring caught the afternoon light. "It's beautiful," he said quietly. "But why would you buy me a ring?" She folded her arms, as if protecting herself. "Because it reminded me of you." He looked back at the ring. That explanation somehow raises more questions. The jeweler said it symbolizes loyalty and protection. Her voice softened. "And whether we're together or not, whether we're arguing or barely speaking, you've always protected the people you love. You've protected Kelly. You've protected me. You've been there even when I didn't deserve it." His expression grew more emotional. "Steffy, you don't owe me anything." "I know. Then why does this feel like more than a souvenir?" She paused. This was the moment she'd rehearsed on the flight home, the moment she was supposed to make everything perfectly clear. Instead, she found herself remembering the jeweler's words. Two lives that keep finding their way back to each other. "What are you trying to tell me?" Liam asked. Steffy inhaled slowly. "You will always matter to me." Liam froze. The words weren't a declaration of love. Not a proposal. Not an invitation to reopen the past, but they carried years of history between them. Steffy. I mean it, she continued. No matter what happens, no matter where our lives go, you will always matter to me. We share Kelly. We share history. We've survived things that should have destroyed us. I wanted you to have something that reminds you of that. Liam closed the box, but didn't hand it back. Does Hope know you bought this? Steffy's face tightened. Why would Hope need to know? Because this isn't exactly a keychain. Liam, it's a ring. A gift. From me.
Yes. From you.
And you just told me I'll always matter to you. Because it's true. He shook his head slightly, not angry, but clearly overwhelmed. You have to understand how this could look. I'm not responsible for how everyone chooses to interpret every little thing I do.
No.
But you know our history. Which is exactly why I bought it. That answer landed harder than Steffy intended. Silence stretched between them. Neither of them realized Hope Logan had arrived outside only moments earlier. She'd come to talk to Steffy about a Forrester Creations issue, something involving a meeting she thought needed to happen before the next design review. She'd knocked once, but the door was slightly open, and when she heard Liam's voice, she stopped. Hope would normally have announced herself. Instead, Steffy's next words held her in place. You don't have to wear it, Steffy said. I just wanted you to have it. Liam opened the box again. It's not that I don't like it. I do. I just don't want anyone getting hurt. No one has to get hurt. Outside, Hope's stomach tightened. Anyone. She knew exactly who Liam meant. She moved closer, careful not to be seen through the glass, and caught a glimpse of Liam standing near Steffy, the ring in his hand. From where she stood, the scene looked far more intimate than either of them realized.
Try it on, Steffy said.
Liam hesitated. Steffy. It's not a wedding band. Relax. Easy for you to say. Still, he slipped the ring onto his finger. Steffy smiled immediately. It fits. He looked at it. You knew my size? After everything we've been through. That's what surprises you? Liam laughed under his breath. Hope didn't. She felt as if the air had disappeared around her. She'd come expecting a business conversation. Instead, she was watching Steffy place another emotional marker into Liam's life. She remembered all the times she'd been told that she and Liam were only connected because of Kelly, all the times she'd convinced herself their bond could be neatly separated from romance. And yet there was Steffy, freshly home from Monaco, giving Liam a ring and telling him he would always matter to her. Hope stepped away before either of them noticed. She walked to her car, but didn't start it. Instead, she sat behind the wheel, staring through the windshield, trying to decide whether she'd witnessed something meaningful or whether jealousy was transforming an innocent moment into something else. She hated feeling jealous. She hated feeling suspicious even more. But experience had taught her that when it came to Steffy and Liam, small moments had a way of becoming major turning points. Back inside the Cliff house, Liam removed the ring and placed it carefully back in the box. Steffy's smile vanished. What are you doing? I'm keeping it. I'm just not sure wearing it right now is the best idea. Because of Hope? Because of everyone. Everyone meant Hope, and they both knew it. Liam sighed. Why are you pushing this? I'm not. It feels like you are. Her defenses rose. I went to Monaco. I saw something that reminded me of you. I bought it. End of story. You and I don't really have end of story stories. She looked away because she knew he was right.
His voice softened.
I appreciate it. Really. More than you know. He touched her arm briefly. And you matter to me too. That simple touch was enough to make her eyes shimmer. Then don't make this something ugly. I'm not trying to. Good. He slipped the box into his jacket pocket. Thank you. You're welcome. He started toward the door, then stopped. For what it's worth, I'm glad you're home. She smiled. Me too. But as Liam left, neither of them knew Hope was only minutes ahead of him, carrying a discovery that would soon reshape the dynamic between all three of them. Hope drove straight to Forrester Creations, entered her office, and set her purse down harder than necessary. She stood by the window, trying to organize her thoughts. She told herself she wouldn't confront Liam based on something she'd overheard. She'd wait, see whether he told her about the ring himself. If it meant nothing, surely he'd mention it. That became her private test. Unfortunately for Liam, he had no idea he was being tested. He arrived to see Hope later that afternoon, seeming relaxed. "Hey," he said, leaning against the doorway. She turned slowly.
Hey.
"You okay?" "Why wouldn't I be?" That sounded like a trap. "Maybe because you're expecting one." He studied her. "Did something happen?" She forced a smile. "How was your day?" "Fine." "Anything interesting?" "Not really." Her chest tightened. "Nothing." He paused. "I saw Steffy." She looked directly at him. "Oh, she's back from Monaco." "I heard." He walked closer. "You sure you're okay? Did she bring you anything?" The question was so direct that he immediately sensed something was wrong. "Why are you asking me that?" "It's just a question." He exhaled.
Yes.
"She brought me something." Her expression hardened slightly. "What?" He reached into his pocket and drew out the velvet box. Her eyes dropped to it, even though she already knew what was inside. He opened it. A ring. She stared. "A ring? It's not what it looks like." "What exactly does it look like, Liam?" "That's not fair." "Isn't it?" He stepped closer. "Steffy saw it in Monaco. She said it symbolizes loyalty and protection. She gave it to me because of our history and Kelly." Hope nodded slowly. "Your history."
Hope.
"Did she say anything else?" He hesitated, less than a second, but she noticed. "She said I'll always matter to her." Hope looked away. "Of course she did. And I told her she matters to me too." Hope closed her eyes briefly. Liam realized instantly the sentence had landed badly. "I mean, because we share a daughter." "You always have an explanation." "Because there is one." "I saw you." He froze. "What?" "I came by Steffy's house." Her voice trembled despite her effort to stay calm. "The door was open. I heard you talking." His expression shifted from confusion to alarm. "How much did you hear?" "Enough." "Hope, why didn't you come inside?" "Because I wanted to see what happened when you thought no one else was watching." "That's not fair." "Maybe not. But what I saw wasn't exactly nothing." He shook his head. "You watched part of a conversation and decided you understood everything." "I saw Steffy give you a ring, ask you to put it on, to see if it fit. And somehow she knew your ring size." He rubbed the back of his neck. Every fact sounded worse said aloud. "Then she tells you that you'll always matter to her," Hope continued. "And you tell her she matters to you. Because we have a daughter together." "That has always been the reason, hasn't it?" "Kelly, your history, your connection. There's always something that keeps the door open." His frustration grew. "There is no door open." "Then why did she buy you a ring?" "Ask Steffy." "I'm asking you." He held up the box. "Do you want me to throw it away? Is that what this is about?" She stared at him. "Would you?" He hesitated. That hesitation hurt more than she expected. "That's what I thought," she whispered. "Hope, come on."
No.
"You don't want to throw it away because it means something. It means friendship, family, years of surviving difficult things together." "Exactly." Her voice broke slightly. "It means something." He softened immediately. "Hope." He reached toward her, but she stepped back. "I'm not saying Steffy did anything wrong," she said. "Maybe she genuinely believes this is harmless. Maybe you do too. But I am tired of feeling like I have to pretend there isn't something between you just because nobody uses the word love." He stared at her. "Are you asking if I still love Steffy?" She didn't answer immediately. "Do you?" His silence filled the office. He cared deeply for Steffy. He always would. But love had many forms, and his history with her blurred those forms in ways he struggled to explain. "I will always love Steffy as Kelly's mother," he finally said. Hope gave a painful laugh. "That wasn't the question. Monaco looked good on you." Meanwhile, Steffy had no idea Hope had witnessed the exchange, until Ridge mentioned seeing Hope storm through the hallway, looking upset. "Did something happen?" Ridge asked. "With Liam?" Steffy's head snapped toward him. "Why would you ask that?" "Because, whenever Hope looks like that, Liam is usually somewhere nearby. She tried to brush it off. Everything's fine. He narrowed his eyes. What did you do? Why does everyone assume I did something? Because I raised you. She rolled her eyes. He smiled, but stayed serious. Steffy.
She sighed.
I brought Liam a gift from Monaco. What kind of gift? A ring. Ridge stared at her. You bought Liam Spencer a ring? It's not romantic. It's a ring. Men wear rings. Usually not from their ex-wives. Dad. He shook his head. Please tell me you didn't put some emotional meaning behind it. She crossed her arms. The ring symbolizes loyalty. He laughed once, without humor. That is literally emotional meaning. I told him he'll always matter to me. His concern deepened. Steffi, stop. I'm not judging you. I'm asking whether you understand what you're doing. I'm not doing anything. Maybe not consciously. That word bothered her. What is that supposed to mean? He stepped closer. You and Liam have spent years telling everyone your connection is under control. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. You disappear to Monaco, see a ring that reminds you of him, bring it home, and tell him he'll always matter to you. If Hope finds out, how do you think she's going to take that? Her stomach dropped. She won't, unless Liam tells her. Ridge just looked at her. And you think that's better? Across the building, Hope's conversation with Liam was reaching its breaking point. I'm not going to compete with a memory, Hope said. You're not competing with anyone. Then prove it. He looked at the ring box. What do you want me to do? Her eyes met his. I want you to decide what it means, without asking me. He opened the box again. The ring suddenly seemed heavier than it had at Steffi's house. Hope, if I give this back, Steffi will think you forced me. Then don't give it back because of me. That's impossible now. Exactly. She grabbed her purse. Where are you going? To talk to Steffi. Hope don't.
Why?
Are you afraid of what she'll say? I'm afraid this is going to become something it doesn't need to be. She was already heading for the door. It already is. Minutes later, Steffi walked into the main design office and found Hope waiting for her. The room was empty. Hope stood beside the conference table, wearing an expression Steffi recognized immediately. What happened? Steffi asked. Hope smiled without humor. Monaco looked good on you. Steffi's shoulders stiffened. Okay. Bring back anything interesting. She understood at once. Liam told you. Eventually. Hope, I saw you give him the ring. Steffi's eyes widened. You were there. I came to talk about work. I heard Liam. Then I heard you. So, you were spying. I was standing outside an open door. Same difference. Was it?
Hope asked.
Because what I saw looked pretty intimate. It wasn't. You bought. Hope stopped herself before she said something that would only open another argument. You bought Liam a ring in Monaco. A friendship ring. Hope laughed, sharp and humorless. A friendship ring? You know what I mean. Actually, I don't. Steffi placed both hands on the table, steadying herself. I saw something that reminded me of Liam. I bought it. That's it. You told him he'll always matter to you. Because he will. And you don't see a problem with that?
No.
He's Kelly's father. You always say Kelly when things get uncomfortable. The two women stood on opposite sides of the table, the silence between them heavier than anything either had said aloud. Neither moved to leave. Neither was ready to back down. And somewhere across town, a small velvet box sat in Liam Spencer's jacket pocket, a gift that was never as simple as anyone wanted it to be, and a history that, once again, refused to stay quietly in the past.